thanks everybody for joining us today on Live Music Nation podcast. I'm your host, Jake Gill. Today we're with Austin Dickinson, or Austin from the Dickinson County Historical Society. They're responsible for the Heritage Festival. And you said it was how many years? 40 what?
45 years that we've been doing the Heritage Days Festival here on our grounds.
45 years with the Heritage Festival. Austin, thanks for joining us. Hey, give us a little background on you, Austin. Where did you grow up? And tell us a little bit about your career up into your position now with the Historical Society.
Okay. I grew up 6 miles south of Chapman on a historical farm. Was heavily involved in 4-H for 12 years and did a lot with that, learned a lot there. I graduated from McPherson College with my degree in automotive restoration and business management. From there, I moved to northern Iowa for 4 years and restored antique automobiles.
Wow.
I moved back to the actually I moved to Enterprise about 8 years ago, and I worked for Abilene Machine. Well, it'd be longer than that. It's probably 10 years ago now. And I worked for Abilene Machine for 70 years, being a fabricator and a painter for them. And I have been serving with the Historical Society as a volunteer since 2016. I helped start their we now call the Tuesday Night Work Night group. It's a group of people that get together every Tuesday night, starting about 6 o'clock, to kind of fix up the antique cars or tractors or do any of the maintenance or things that need to be done around the Historical Society. We were in need of a director, and we had gone through this process of trying to find a director and kind of got to the point where the people that we had interviewed, we had made an offer, and the lady that we were offering to didn't want it. The president was kind of, what do we do? I got him calmed down. And about 5 or 10 minutes later, it's kind of this little thing in the back of my head where, you ought to go ahead and apply for that job. You have the skills, you have the abilities. And it'd probably be a little easier on you than lifting heavy augers in and out of a paint booth all day long.
Right.
So that's kind of how I ended up with the job. So, and a little bit of my background history.
Okay, good, great. And tell us about your Heritage Festival. Where is it at? And what does it look like? And I always say these 3 things. What does it look like, sound like, and smell like?
Okay. So our Heritage Festivals, we're located at 412 South Campbell Street here in Abilene, Kansas.
Okay.
As far as the kind of the way it works, we have a car show and a tractor show. We have lots of different demonstrators, from chair caning to the cook stove to wheat weaving. We have a gentleman that comes in and does sheep shearing, and we have a lady that does goat milking. We have some vendors on site, and we also have a few local food trucks.
Okay.
We do have our 1901 Parker Carousel going on the steam engine that we have for it, and so you get a little bit of the smell of the steam engine. We also have a miniature steam engine that's been coming the past couple of years to help run our corn sheller, so you get a little bit of that flavor. We do a little bit of harvesting that day, so you do get a little of a harvest smell. This year is going to be new to us. We're going to try to hold a cast iron cook-off, so you're going to get a lot of good food smells. And of course, we have the wood stove going in the cabin, so you have a little bit of smell of that. But it's generally held, like I said, it's the first weekend in August, so it'll be the 6th, or in October, so it'll be the 6th and 7th this year.
Okay.
So kind of a typical fall time, and it's mostly all outdoors. We have 10 acres that we hold the car and tractor show on, and the ag demonstrations. And then directly behind our main building is where we set up all our demonstrators and vendors. And of course, we have 5 original buildings to the county that we brought in: a log cabin, a schoolhouse, our Acme telephone building, and our Brooklyn grocery store. And then we have the carousel building and then the ag building. So it's all kind of, everyone that's doing demonstrations kind of dotted throughout all that.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, Austin, you're a busy guy with all this, are you not?
Yes, I am. And in fact, we're here in January, we've closed the museum down for a little bit so that we could do a front lobby remodel. We had
Oh,
a
wow.
Yeah, we had a few issues, and so the past 2 weeks we've redone ceiling, we've redone trim, we've painted walls. This week we're supposed to have new carpet in. We're completely remodeling our front desk. So amongst all the other things that I get to do as director, I've been in there right along with our volunteers trying to get that all accomplished.
No doubt, no doubt. Very cool, very cool. Austin, what is the biggest important factor for you in continuing this festival? Why is it so important to you and your community?
For us, it's the ability to share our history, no matter what part of it you like, whether it's the sawmill, whether it's the agriculture, whether it's your prairie homestead stuff, your wheat weaving, your cast iron cooking or cooking on the cook stove, things like that. It's a way to share our heritage with not only with those that are adults, but those that are younger as well. Um, I know you asked in our questions a little bit pregame about kind of one of our favorite memories that we share. One of the things that I kind of remember vividly, this is actually in 2020. Of course, we couldn't have the full festival because of COVID,
Yeah.
and we still had to harvest no matter what. I mean, we still had corn and we had oats that we needed to thrash and things like that. So we had just invited a select few people to come that wanted to come. We made sure that they were all safe. We were all wearing masks, but we got to stretch out. We got to try the equipment out and really see if there's any adjustments that need to be made. And we all had lunch together. We just set a few tables out and had lunch and talked about what was going on. And we finished up the harvest day, and we had people from the ages of 7. I think the youngest one was 7 up to about 85 that came. There was about 45, 50 of us, and it was just kind of one of those that it was a nice day. Everybody enjoyed. Mechanically, everything seemed to work right, and it really was a fun festival that day. Now, I also have memories when I was a kid, since this has been going on for 45 years, of my father loading up my great great grandfather's John Deere tractor to come to this particular show.
Oh,
So
nice, nice.
yeah, I wrote about the show since I was a kid, so it kind of is sentimental that way too. But again, um, as far as the community, it's just a way for us to share our history and talk about all the things that have happened throughout the county throughout the years.
Very good, very good. Austin, I'm in live entertainment. I'm in live music, so I always ask these two questions at every interview. Question number one: what's your favorite concert of all time?
Ooh, that's a pretty good question. I've been to different concerts throughout the countries. I've been to concerts in Tennessee. I've been down to Fort Worth, Texas, and been to a few concerts down there. Um, Probably one of my more favorite ones was actually here local. There was a Travis Tritt concert up in
There
Manhattan,
you go. You
and
look a little, you look a little like Travis Tritt, you know?
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Austin, last question. You could bring any one act to the Heritage Festival, dead or alive. Who are you bringing?
Ooh, let me think on that one a minute, because there's a lot of good names that could be. Marty Robinson. He would definitely be someone that would be intriguing to have up here. Um, you know, I think a Brad Paisley would be a good one, a good fit for us.
Yeah, now you're talking.
As far as modern times go, George Strait would be another excellent one to have up here. Reba, any one of those would probably fit right in and do very well.
Perfect.
So,
Absolutely. Hey, Austin, how do people find out more about the Heritage Festival? How can they get in touch with you and find out more details?
well, there's several different ways to get in touch with us. Of course, there's just calling us on the phone, and our phone number is 785-263-2681.
Okay.
We have a Facebook page. It's the Dickinson County Historical Society and Museum.
Yep.
And we are currently going through a website design change,
Okay.
but hopefully will be rolled out in February. But we don't
So Facebook's the better way. Yeah.
Facebook's a better way, but we have our website will be out, and it's DickinsonCountyHistoricalSociety.com.
Okay, very good. I got to run, Austin, but thank you so much for being on with us today. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of